Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And what I want to get into, all right, this afternoon, all right, is dealing with this wicked rulership, okay? And as I was reading in the book of Micah, the 6th chapter, sometimes, you say, yeah, I'm going to sit down, you be like, yeah, I'm going to read this chapter, okay? But sometimes you read the first precept and, it triggers, so many precepts and the spirit to have you, gathering precepts, just dealing with this one precept. And when you go, okay, to Micah 6:1, all right, and in this time it was speaking about us because one thing about it, Yahweh Shema Shah, he's always against a wicked government, a wicked rulership in the earth. Okay, so even when we had, times when we had sovereignty as a nation, the Lord would send prophets to speak against our wicked rulership, our wicked leadership, man. Okay. We had Isaiah, Jeremiah, Hosea, okay, even Micah, they will go to the leadership of our people, and speak against it, okay? And now, all right, as you have these heathens that's in power, the Lord has raised us up to speak against this wicked rulership, man. So when you go to Micah chapter 6, all right, verse 1, it says, hear ye now what the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shah saith. Arise, contend before the mountains, and mountains represent what? Governments. And let the hills hear thy voice. Okay? And let the hills, which are smaller governments, hear thy voice. And this is why we're raised up. Okay? When you go to Amos, all right, Amos chapter 9, all right, Amos 9, okay, and 11, it says, in that day will I raise up. You see that? So the house of, when we talk about the tabernacle of David, the house of David, okay, that generation of David being raised up, that generation is not being raised up for nothing. No, the Lord raised this generation up to contend in the spirit with this wicked government, man. Okay? Just like David, all right, he was chosen to go against what, man? Heathens. All right? He became famous for what? Defeating the heathen in the name of Yahweh Shema Shah. Okay? He went up against a government. See, that's what we don't understand. Like, that's what we have to understand. Salaki saying like that. But that's what we have to understand is King David pretty much went up against the whole government because when David and Goliath went head up, whoever lost, the other nation would have to serve, all right, in captivity. So if David would have lost, then the Israelites would have had to serve the Philistines in captivity. But David won, so the Philistines had to go into captivity to Israel, man. Okay, so pretty much David was going up against a government, a whole nation, just as we've been raised up to go against a whole nation, man. Okay, all these nations beginning with Esau, Edom. Okay, you hear it? Going back to Amos 9 and 11, it says, in that day, it says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. So the house of David has been raised up, okay, to go against this wicked empire, man, in the spirit, okay? And when that standard lifted, it's going to get physical, all right? Matter of fact, let's get that, because when that standard lifted, it's going to get physical, man. But right now, Okay, it's spiritual. Okay, we've been raised up to spiritually go against this wicked empire, man. This is let's get that in Second Corinthians chapter 10. Okay, because what's our number one weapon? All right, as we go against this wicked empire, this is 2 Corinthians 10:4 says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to pulling down the strongholds." And yeah, ever since Esau Edom has came into power, going back to Revelation the 20th chapter on how, when he will come back, when he will be loosed, okay, throughout the earth during, and they was speaking of the Renaissance period, that he went out deceiving the earth. Okay, so he has laid the earth in deception, but the truth is tearing down these strongholds of deception, man. Okay, the whole concept of black and white and Chinese. No, man, these nations go back, all right, to biblical nationalities, man, and these biblical nationalities are attached to prophecy, man. Okay, and Jacob and Esau, which Jacob represents Israel, Esau represents the Edomites. Okay, so-called white people today, the Edomites. All right, those two nations play a major part in prophecy, man. Okay, and this truth is tearing down that stronghold of black and white, because you have some Israelites that look, you know, like Edomites. Okay, look like what you would call so-called Chinese. You see, so-called Japanese, so-called Arab. All right, but they're Israelites, man. Okay, so the strongholds of us being niggas and the who the true Israelites are, all those strongholds and those lies and you know the culture that Esau Edom gave us, man, street culture, thought culture, and no, all this being torn down. That feminist movement, because the spirit is heavy against that feminist movement, man. Because the Most High is about to judge, man. That mindset is about to get a lot of women put to death in horrible ways, man. They're gonna be tormented then put to death, man. Okay? And the spirit is heavy against this to now where sisters can see past that, like, damn, that is off. Okay? Brothers can see past street coaching and nigga culture, man. Like, damn, that is off. We was enchanted by a way that was off. But see, go through this word, because we're actually contending with this government, man. Okay? With this society, with this empire. Because every rulership has some type of, government structure. And I want to go back to Micah just to get that word real quick. This is Micah 6:1. It says, "Hear ye now what the Lord Yahweh Shai saith. Arise, contend thou before the mountains." Okay? And I want to get that word contend in the blue letter. Let's get that word contend. Hear you now what the Lord, all right, saith. Arise and contend. All right? And you get that word contend. All right, in the Hebrew it's rayab, okay, and it means to strive, okay. It says with words, okay. It says to conduct a case or a suit, a legal suit, okay. And we're putting a case on Esau, man. All his wickedness that he's done, we're putting the cases on. That's why brothers go into research, because if you're a lawyer, you have to research the case. If you have someone that you're prosecuting as a lawyer, well, you're gonna research who you're prosecuting, man. Okay, that's why you go to you watch these movies, and the lawyer will go all into detail and put the pieces together. All right, in front of what, the jury, man. You know. So we have Esau Edom on trial, man. Inquisition is being made of Esau Edom. Okay, there's a strong inquiry, all right, being made of Esau Edom in this time, because what the Lord commanded us. First, He will raise us up. Okay, then He commanded us to what? Strive against. Okay, strive against what, man? The mountain, which is this government, man. Okay, and it says to conduct a case or suit It says to make a complaint, to make a complaint, and you know there are so many complaints going up from the hopeful elect to the spiritual realm about this wicked society, man. Nothing but complaints, okay? Constantly, man. Okay, even when we don't say nothing, we just see something and we're vexed. That complaint goes up to the spiritual realm, man. Okay, just like Sodom and Gomorrah. When you go to, we always get it. Okay, the Genesis, the is it the 18th? All right. Let's see, Genesis. Let me see. Because when you go into the different Bibles, okay, the same thing that was happening. All right, when you go to Genesis 18, this is Genesis 18 and 20. It says, and the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me, and if not, I will know. So the Most High said that the cries of Sodom and Gomorrah came up to him. Okay, down the Supreme Court. No, the cries of Sodom and Gomorrah made it to the Most High. Now, when you go, all right, let's get some more translations of their verse. All right, it said this is the New King James version of Genesis 18 and 1. It says, I will go now and see whether they have done altogether according to the outcry against it that has come to me, and if not, I will know. Okay, in the NLT, I am going down to see if their actions are as wicked as I have heard. If not, I want to know. Okay, the NIV, it said that I will go down and see if they have done what they have done is as bad as the outcry that has reached me. If not, I would know, because you had complaints about ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, because they were, and women that just had, it was Sodom and Gomorrah was a problem in the earth, man. There was an outcry against it, man. Just like now in America, there's an outcry against this place, man. You know, and the cries are reaching unto who? The Heavenly Father, just as we get here in Exodus 6. All right, and 5, it says, and I have also heard the groaning of the children of Israel, whom the Egyptians keep in bondage, and I have remembered my covenant. Verse 6. And see what's happening now. The Lord is remembering that covenant, man. Even in spiritual Egypt, But the Lord say he have also heard the groanings of the children of Israel. And he hears our groaning now, man. He's hearing our outcry now. Okay? And it says, and I have also heard the groanings of the children of Israel, whom the Egyptians keep in bondage, and I have remembered my covenant. Wherefore say unto the children of Israel, I am the Lord, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians, and I will rid you out of their bondage, and will redeem you with an stretched out arm, okay, and with great judgments. And that's what's finna get ready to happen now. But the cry is being heard as we strive against, we're contending against this wicked society. Our cries being heard, man. Okay? Going back to what? Let's get that in Ezekiel. Going back to us crying out in righteousness, man. Okay? At the same time, you have people marching and putting their energy into continue on in wickedness. We're crying for the wickedness that we're seeing coming out, man. Okay? Ezekiel 9 and 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, okay, which is a people before it's a place, all right, and set a mark upon the foreheads of them that sigh and that cry. So just as they was crying against ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, we're crying against this spiritual Sodom and Egypt, man. Okay? We're doing the same thing that's going to cause that same destruction. It's going to cause, because remember, the scriptures go into how there's going to be, we're going to get it, I think it's 2 Peter. But see, the plagues of ancient Egypt are going to hit America, all right, in the modern form. And then the destruction of Sodom, okay, and Gomorrah is going to hit America, except it's going to be in the modern form through nukes. Okay? So we were crying, just as we was groaning in Egypt, and there was a cry against Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, we're doing the same thing. And this time, man. Okay? So, let's read it. It says, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof, and to the others, everyone that's not against this evil empire, this wicked empire, because either you're against this place or you for it, man. Okay? Yeah, how about Shema Shai ain't doing no in between, with this empire, man. Either you're against it or you for it. Okay? And if you for it, all right, guess what? You're an enemy of the Most High. If you're out there marching for Black Lives Matter, which is linked up to the alphabet madness, okay? If you're out there protesting for pro-choice and abortion, guess what? You're linked up to idolatry, okay? Child sacrifice, okay? If you're in that feminist movement, that's idolatry and witchcraft, okay? If you're in any type of movement or doctrine outside of this true ministry, you're an enemy. That's why you're considered as the others, okay? Because the elect will begin to cry and beg for the destruction of America, man. Okay? The elect will begin to beg for the destruction of America, man. Okay? In these latter times, man. Okay? And the scriptures speak on that real quick. Get a couple more. All right? This is First Corinthians 1. Hold on. Let's get First Corinthians. First Corinthians 1 and 10, it says, now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, that y'all speak the same thing, and that there be no division among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment. Okay? The destruction of America, the destruction of this society is a judgment. And the elect have the same mind, and we're hastening to their judgment, man. Okay? Us being changed to immortals, that's a judgment from a higher power. That's a judgment call from the Most High. All right, through his son Yahweh. Okay? And we're in the same mind. Us having these heathens in captivity, that's a judgment call. Okay? And the elect are joined together through having the same mind when it comes to judgment. Like, that makes the most sense. We fully agree with that. Okay? Our whole heart wants the destruction of America. We want immortality. We want a righteous rulership. Okay? We want to see these heathens being put in captivity, man. Okay? We want to see righteousness enforced in the earth. You see? We have the same judgment, but if you on the outside of that, you are considered the others, okay, spoken of in Ezekiel 9 and 4. And what's going to happen to the others? Okay? And that time is approaching, because we see a slaughterhouse being prepared in the earth. It's a slaughterhouse being prepared in the earth, man. Okay? I'm trying to see how people is so goddamn goofy and, still playing. And even those that know that they're Israelites, man. Those that's supposed to be in the ministry, you be like, what the hell are what the hell are you doing, man? Do you understand what's about to happen? How close we are to that happening, man? Okay? This is Ezekiel 9 and 5. It says, and to the others, which we explain the others, he said, in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begun at the ancient men which were before the house. Okay? The ancient men which were before the house. Okay? This is how this is what's to come to the others, man. Yeah, brother, that's the mindset. How long? Especially, if you wake up early in the morning, like, I had to get up early before 5, man. Your body never get used to that, man. You know? And that's the time, just like the brother the baller put, man, you know, you had that mindset like, how long, Lord? You know? Especially after every time I put this shirt on, I need deliverance from this shirt, man. God damn. But you wake up in the morning, you throw yourself out of bed, you like, God damn, how long? Especially you off on the weekend, you gotta go back on that Monday, man. Especially if you had a beautiful, time with the bros over the weekend, man, and then you gotta go in on Monday, man. That shit dreadful, man. You know? It don't even matter the money you make, man. That shit be dreadful, man. You know? Uh but let's go back. I get this in Isaiah 13, and I end it here for time's sake. And that's another thing, man. I hate, being restricted by this time, man. I want to come to, the brother Nabala, come to his palace, kick it, leave there, go to the brother beyond, palace and estate, see how he living, man. I'm ready to go to, these grandiose, Israelite weddings we gonna have, man. And y'all gotta invite me to all the weddings in the kingdom, man. I wanna go to everybody's wedding, man. Just so I can get decked out, man, and show up, man. But that's the thing that, we look forward to, man. Alright? I'm pulling up, brother. You see? This is this is Isaiah 13:1. It said the burden of Babylon, which is America, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. And it says, verse 2, it says, Isaiah 13:2 said, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Okay, going back to what the government, and it's mainly America, man, because this is the most exalted government in the earth. Exalt the voice unto them. What goes back into what? Striving against this place, man. In the spirit, shake the hand, all right, telling itself about this place, that they may go into the gates of the nobles, man. And we do that through the web, man, because this is the place of traffic in this wicked empire, and the nobles are beginning with your elites, man. Okay, the nobility of this society. Okay, so that's the point. I just want to touch on that. Lord will, it was edifying. Till next time I say shalom, Kwam Yashala, Bible Ball, DTA soon, shalom.